leaving the country where you are right now to go to live for Africa or to live to another place, you don't just say, oh, God said I should leave, and then God will take care of it. And everybody is asking you, what are you planning to do? What are your plans? What are your vision? Oh, well, I don't know. God knows. No, that is not faith. That is foolishness. So there is a big difference between faith and fantasy. There is a big difference between faith and illusion. Faith always produces action. That's why James says that faith without action is dead. Faith without action is dead. And the action you produce, the action you take is the evidence, or the action will give us the evidence of what you are walking towards or what you are approaching. The action you take will produce some substance. The substance that will make us to believe you that yes, you are actually acting right and that you are going to attain your goal. You are going to attain your target. Like for me, for example, God told me about Nigeria. Can you imagine me being in Russia here? I've been here for 30 years. I look young, but I'm not as young. I'm an old man. I'm not old, not too old, but I'm not as young. I'm an old guy. So I've been here for 30 years. Can you believe it? I've been here for 30 years. 30 years in Europe. I don't have anything almost, apart from my relatives. I don't have anything in Africa. I don't have a house. I don't have a car. I don't have a land. I don't have anything. So, I never thought I would ever go back there. I thought maybe I would visit, but I never thought I would ever go back there. I thought I would die here and be buried here. But now the Lord came to me and told me to go back. And to go back means that I don't just pack my load. I just say, okay, I go back, I leave, because God said. The first thing I needed to do when God says go back is that I needed to sit down and calculate and make calculations. And why is that important? That is important because Jesus himself, God himself said, if you want to go and build a tower, that you must first sit down. And building a tower is, going to engage on any assignment. If you want to engage yourself in any assignment, you need to first sit down. And Jesus also said, if you want to go against, if a king wants to go against another king in war, you want to go on a battle, you want to go on a war against another king or another territory, you must also sit down and make calculations. So some people will think that sitting down and counting the cost and doing your comparative analysis, that is not faith. That's not faith. But really, that is faith. Faith does not negate logical calculations. Faith does not negate the use of your mind. Faith does not negate calculations, analysis, research. Faith does not negate common sense. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Faith does not remove common sense. Faith does not eliminate common sense. It does sometimes, but it does only after you are already having your evidence or your substance. Faith is not blind. Faith is not blind. So this is Jesus telling us this, the very author of our faith, the very person who gave us our faith in the first place. So Jesus knows what he's doing. So if I need to go to Africa, it means that I must calculate, I must count the cost, and I must calculate and know exactly what I will be. I must see, not just calculate, but actually be able to see the picture of what I'm about to do and what I'm going to do over there. And besides that, I must also have some action, some substance that I am producing. I must also have some evidences that are proving that God is actually sending me there. I must have some evidence that I'm producing to prove and to show that what I'm saying is true. I must produce some evidence that will show me that I stand a good chance to make it over there. That there is that I'm not just jumping in the blind.